Hello everybody, my name is Ariel.
And my name is Alice.
From Bach Bros Studio. And today we are going to meet with Miss Amanda Bickerstaff, who is the co-founder and CEO of AI for Education, and Miss Corey Crouch, who is the Chief Program Officer of AI for Education.
So with that, let us give a warm welcome to Miss Bickerstaff and Miss Crouch.
Hi,
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Well, to start off, what does AI for Education do and how did you get interested in starting it?
So I started AI for Education just about 2 years ago, actually before this conference even existed, for the conference that comes after this, the first time I ever used ChatGPT, I realized two things. One is that it was going to be a transformative technology, but the second, it was going to be really hard for schools to figure it out. And so I started AI for Education as a website with a prompt library. So do you guys prompt at all? Yeah, so it's a library that helps you do prompting. And actually, right there, Moses Aheda was our first ever school leader that let us come in. And so we do professional development and workshops at schools. And so it's been really great. And then Corey joined me about a year ago.
A year and a half ago.
January
2024.
Yes. So, I would say that we have probably done more AI literacy work in schools in the U.S. than just about anybody else.
So, what role do you think technology and AI plays in today's education, especially in regards to removing the equity gap?
To removing the equity gap? The first thing I'm going to say, and I often say this to educators that have the same question, is that the equity gap was not created by technology. So I believe that technology itself can't solve the equity gap. But what it can do is help us as the humans, both as students in the educational system, as leaders in the educational system, as teachers, to think about what is the capability that AI has now that can add more power to the solutions that we're already trying to solve for a thing that honestly is systems and human created, but we can still build strong systems with our human ingenuity to fix the things that haven't been so great in education. So I don't think that AI in of itself is going to solve for the equity gap, but if we have enough people that care about the right solutions so that all students have access, then AI can really help power that compassion and the care and the brilliance that we all have to solve for it.
I will say, though, there's never been a time in the world where the best technology is freely available.
Yes.
So right now, every major foundation chatbot like ChatGPT or Claude is free. And the fact that that happens means that it can, if it's done well, mean that everyone can build a technology. You no longer need a lot of degrees or time or even money. But I will say, though, that the research shows that the number one indicator if someone has heard of ChatGPT or used it is if they are over the poverty level. So 30,000 and below, families that have $30,000 and below will actually have the least knowledge of ChatGPT. So as Corey said, even though the best technology in the world is out there, if we don't have access and we don't have the programs in schools, and that's where I say the education part comes in, and why we work so much with schools around student AI literacy, is that the school can be a conduit to help teach, and then also the parents learning too, so that these communities can get access to this transformative technology.
What advice would you give to young students like us who are growing up with technology and AI together on how to maximize the benefit it provides for us?
That's a great question. So first of all, you've got a great dad. Is that your dad? So I think that having the community component of this, of having your parents be a part of it, but I do think that one thing is really important. One is that you need to build your own AI literacy. So you need to understand what generative AI is and isn't, but also the capabilities and limitations. Do you know that ChatGPT makes things up all the time? Literally, that's all it does. it's just making things up, and sometimes it's wrong, and sometimes it's not. So you have to be able to be really sure that your skills are strong enough that when ChatGPT gives you something, you can evaluate it. Because if you don't know what's good or not, you're never going to be able to actually use ChatGPT in a way that helps you. So I think that is really, really important. But also I think that the things that make you special, like podcasting, what else do you guys like to do?
Well, I'm interested in fencing and chemistry.
And chemistry, what about you?
I enjoy doing tennis and playing the trumpet.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so what I would say is those things that make you special, that you love, are going to be the most important things after AI literacy, because now that AI can help us with so many things, our human creativity, our care, our interest, our engagement is going to want to set us apart and make sure that you're going to live happy and healthy lives. So I would say to Dad, of course, podcasting and everything, but also like, where does that creative, you both love creative and you love sports as well, how do you use that to actually develop your personal voice? Because that's going to be more important than ever.
Can I add? The other thing that I would add is also to really keep in mind that so much of the joy and beauty of life comes in connection and relationship with other humans. And one of the things that we see happening related to what Amanda was saying about AI literacy is that there are a lot of tools called AI companions. Do you know about those? Like Character AI
Or Snapchat
and My Snapchat AI.
Do you have Snapchat?
No. So these AI companions feel like friends online, and they're, not dangerous in of themselves per se, but we do think that there's a risk for young people to get very comfortable in the online world with AI companions and forget that some of the essence of life is being in community and connection with humans that you care about, and being out in the world and meeting new people that have different perspectives too.
Yeah, because we could have done this where you could have had like a fake Amanda where I did like an avatar. What that have been as fun as us doing this together and getting to meet and shake hands and talk and see each other. Like that part of it is going to be so important.
Thank you so much. We love having this exciting conversation.
We did too. It's very exciting. Can we get high fives? Yeah, high fives.
Thanks for having us. So nice to meet you.
And thank
I'm
you
excited to
all
follow.
for being here today and joining this conversation. And at Bach Bros Studio, our mission is to provide the access and application of complex research to the general public so that everybody can benefit from these valuable research findings. And hopefully we can remove the equity gap in our society, because we've recently started giving seminars to students in New York City public schools, where we encourage them that with technology, a growth mindset, and grit, anybody can become successful and achieve any goals. And we invite you all to check out what we are doing at our website at www.bachbrosstudio.com, and also to follow us on all of our social media channels at Bach Bros Studio. Thank you again for having us today, and I hope you have a good time for the rest of the conference. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Good job.
Yes.
High fives.